All right, YouTube, this is Detroit's HPTV coming to you out of Detroit. It's Monday morning, so we have a lot to talk about over this weekend because Joe Biden did his pandering tour. He started off at Morehouse College with the men of Morehouse, where he pandered in front of the Republic of the Congo flag. He didn't even know what the flag was. He just looked at it and, they got so many flags with so many colors. He didn't know it was the Republic of the Congo's flag. He talked about how much he loved Martin Luther King and Martin Luther King was his hero. And, that's how he started his Sunday morning before he went to Detroit. So we're going to see some clips. But first, I'm going to show you a clip that I think I've shown you guys before. It's called the Racist Meter, where people from the Daily Wire went out into the community and told him some of the statements that Joe Biden made that they didn't know he had made on the Congress floor and throughout his career. So we're going to check this out because I think that May 19th, Sunday, was a day that would live in infamy in the Black community. The Black community, we have so many traitors and so many sellouts. That's the reason we can't rise. They gave Joe Biden a Lifetime Achievement Award. The NAACP did. Well, let's get off into the clips. This for fair use under the 1976 Copyright Act for education, commentary, and the First Amendment. Let's check out this racist meter.
Really? Wow.
I'm Omni Horowitz, and Democrats will have you believe that President Trump is a raging racist and Joe Biden is a champion of the Black community. Well, I'm here in Harlem to find out by playing America's favorite game. Is this racist? So I hit the streets to find some Biden-supporting Democrats to play the game. Let's go. The game is this. I'm going to give you a quote, and you're going to tell me how racist that quote is from 10 being most racist, 1 being least racist.
I've been around. I went to a little white high school, so I'm ready for this.
Referring to Barack Obama, he said, first mainstream African-American who is bright, articulate, and clean. How racist?
10.
Who is bright, articulate, and clean.
Yeah, that's up there. That's like gotta be like a 10 or 9. Yeah, because it's like you're implying that most Black people, most African Americans aren't that way.
That was just like moderate racist.
It's kind of racist. I would say probably 9. Just because somebody's articulate and clean and they happen to be Black, that's not a reason to say it like that. So, I would say that on a scale.
On a racist-o-meter.
8. I was in 7.
A 7. Yeah. So still racist.
That's still real.
But not crazy racist.
Yeah, not crazy, like, not huge.
Right.
Say that's like a 9.
That's a 9. Wow.
That's a 9. That's a 9.
Just said if you don't vote for me, talking about Black people, then you ain't Black.
10. You don't vote for me, you're not Black. I'm gonna say that one definitely not as high as the other one.
Okay.
It's definitely up there.
Yeah.
But I would say that's like a 6-7.
6-7.
6.5.
6.5. I like that. I like the accuracy on that.
Yeah.
Exactitude.
And for someone to imply that is a bit like, who are you to tell me if I'm Black or not?
I'm Mary Draves. I love Michigan. I grew up here. I got married, raised my kids.
So yeah, I'd say that's about a 10.
I'm gonna give that a 8. That's just a dumbass comment.
Referring to inner city busing, bringing Black people to white schools, he said that would create a racial jungle. I don't want my kids going to a racial jungle. How racist is that?
It's like a 9.
By doing that, you're creating racial jungles. And I don't want my children going to race. That's a 10.
That's a 10. That was bust. I understand that. That's a 10.
Straight up.
Straight up. I would say 10.
That's a reader racist quote.
Yeah.
How racist?
Definitely. I would say 10 too.
10.
That's a 10.
I was gonna say something like that. That's like pretty much saying that's a 10. If y'all had a 20, it would be a 20.
That was as racist as you can get.
That's racism in a book. Like, if you want to be racist, you got to say that line.
Like, who said that?
In referring to inner city Baltimore, he said it's a rat-infested hellhole.
Give it a 2. That's 100% true. It is.
So not a racist statement.
Not a racist statement at all.
I'm gonna stop there. You get the message because I want to show you some other clips.
In Detroit, bringing his message to Michigan.
Now we're gonna see that he goes to Detroit now, and he goes to Detroit, and he is given a lifetime achievement award by the NAACP. Can somebody please tell me why would the NAACP give Joe Biden a lifetime achievement award when he's been a devout desegregationist, friends with Strom Thurmond, you ain't black, and all other statements I just kind of showed you here? Well, let's check this out in Detroit.
Tonight, President Joe Biden touching down in Detroit, bringing his message to Michigan voters. Thank you for joining us for 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Simon Shakette. President Biden will be the keynote speaker at the Detroit branch, the NAACP's annual Fight for Freedom Fund dinner. The president will also receive a Lifetime Achievement Award from the organization. 7 News Detroit reporter Brett Cast is there live now from Huntington Place. Hey there, Brett.
Yeah, hey there, Simon. President Joe Biden is set to become the second sitting U.S. president to be the keynote speaker here at the NAACP Freedom Fund dinner that follows Bill Clinton back in 2000. But this event has had a number of notable speakers, including a then Senator Barack Obama. And actually, Joe Biden did keynote this event once when he was serving as vice president. But this time around, there's a lot at stake for Joe Biden. Of course, with his re-election campaign coming up, the president has set his focus today on black voters, the key demographic to his campaign in some swing states. This morning, he gave a commencement speech at Morehouse College, that is an HBCU down in Georgia. And then he flew here to Detroit, where he met with voters earlier at Cred Cafe. It's a new business on the east side, just a few miles down the road from here.
So far, we've been pretty good. We're at the lowest unemployment rate for a long, long time. We've been in a situation where I've forgiven an awful lot of debt from the folks at college debt, billions of dollars of it, so people can start their lives again.
And we're expecting Biden to speak around 7 p.m. We'll be streaming it live on our Facebook page, on our YouTube channel, and also at WXYZ.com. And we'll have a full recap of this event later tonight on WXYZ at 11. But for now, live in downtown Detroit, I'm Brett Cast, 7 News Detroit.
Brett, thank you for the live report. We will check back in with you later on tonight. And right outside Huntington Place, protesters rallying to raise their voices against the Biden administration's handling of the Israel-Hamas war and the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Many calling for an immediate ceasefire and for the U.S. to end all military aid to Israel. Michigan Republicans also responding to the president's appearance today. I've reached out to Michigan GOP Chair Pete Hoekstra for his reaction, and I am waiting to hear back. But we did get this statement from former Congressman and current Senate candidate Mike Rogers. It reads in part, Biden's pandering in Detroit today will not undo the damage he has caused, while the path to getting America back on track runs through Michigan and a Republican Senate majority.
How can Zapier transform your business? Well, let's say you're trying to.
Well, that's what the Republicans had to say about it, about him coming to Detroit. Now let's go see what he said at Morehouse. Let's listen to him.
That's not you. Cancer took his life. Richard Coulter returned home. His feet weary. Spirit, no ways tired.
Now y'all got to hear Jim Crow Joe talk about slavery and Martin Luther King. His pandering is at a whole nother level. Listen to what he talks about at Morehouse, the victimization of the black man. Listen to him.
President Biden is here today at historic Morehouse on these sacred grounds to share in this special day Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium the 46th President of the United States, Joseph R. Biden.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. President Thomas, faculty, staff, alumni, and a special thanks. I'll ask all the folks who helped you get here, your mothers, fathers, grandmothers.
Now, I want y'all to pay attention that Joe Biden is actually giving his speech in front of the Republic of the Congo flag, where there's genocide in the Congo. You know, he supports so many flags, rainbow flags, and all other kind of flags. He doesn't even realize he's giving a speech in front of the flag of the Congo. Check it out.
Grandfathers, all those who got you here, all the way in the back, please, parents, grandparents, all will help. Stand up because we owe you a debt of gratitude. To all the families. That is not hyperbole. A lot of you, like my family, had to make significant sacrifices to get your kids to school.
Hosting a customer support has saved my so many times. I'm allowed to say.
Our clients turn to us for...
It mattered. It's mattered a lot. And the friends of Morehouse and the Morehouse men of the class of 2024. I got more Morehouse men in the White House telling me what to do than I know what to do.
Oh, yeah, really? I bet he can't name one Morehouse man in the White House telling him what to do. He's going to lie. He's going to talk about slavery. His pandering is disrespectful. I'm telling you, this is a black eye on the black community. We are in trouble. We have too many traitors and too many sellouts. Listen to this man. Listen to the segregationists at Morehouse.
I think I'm kidding, don't you? You know I'm not. That's the best thing that's happened to me.
Right.
Scripture says, the prayers of the righteous man availeth much. In Augusta, Georgia, a righteous man once enslaved set foot for freedom. The story goes, he feared no evil. He walked through the valley of the shadow of death on his way north to free soil in Philadelphia. A Baptist minister, he walked with faith in his soul, following the steps of his feet to glory. But after the Union won the war, he knew his prayers availed him freedom that was not his alone. And so this righteous man, Richard Coulter, returned home, his feet weary, his spirit in no ways tired. 157 years ago, you all know the story, but the rest of the world doesn't and should. In the basement of a Baptist church in Augusta, he and two other ministers, William Jefferson White and Edmund Turney, planted the seeds of something revolutionary. And it was at the time. A school to help formerly enslaved men enter the ministry, where education would be the great equalizer from slavery to freedom, an institution of higher learning that would become Morehouse College. I don't know any other college in America that has that tradition, that consequence. To the class of 2024, you join, as you know, a sacred tradition. Education makes you free, and Morehouse education makes you fearless. I mean it. Visionary, exceptional. Congratulations, you are Morehouse men. God love you. And again, I thank your families and your friends who helped you get here, because they made sacrifices for you as well. This graduation day is a day for generations, a day of joy, a day earned, not given. We gather on this Sunday morning, because if we're in church, perhaps it would be this reflection. It would be a reflection about resurrection and redemption. Remember, Jesus was buried on Friday, and it was Sunday. On Sunday, he rose again. But we don't talk enough about Saturday, when his disciples felt all hope was lost. In our lives, in the lives of the nation, we have those Saturdays to bear witness the day before glory, seeing people's pain and not looking away. But what work is done on Saturday to move pain to purpose? How can faith get a man, get a nation through what was to come? Here's what my faith has taught me. I was the first Biden to ever graduate from college, taking out loans with my dad and all through school to get me there. My junior year, spring break, I fell in love at first sight, literally, with a woman I adored. I graduated from law school in her hometown. I got married and took a job at a law firm in my hometown, Wilmington, Delaware. But then everything changed. One of my heroes, and he was my hero, a Baptist minister, Morehouse man, Dr. Martin Luther King. In April of my law school graduation.
Now, right there, he's at Morehouse, Martin Luther King's alma mater, saying that Martin Luther King was his hero. And this is the same man that said busing and integration would turn white schools into racial jungles. And he's in front of these black men at Morehouse saying things to them they know is a lie and pandering for the black vote after all he's done. Not just with the crime bills, but what he's doing right now with immigration, with lying about the economy and inflation. He's there and he's finna say Martin Luther King Jr. was his hero. Let's listen to some more.
Here he was murdered. My city of Wilmington, and we were, to our great shame, a slave state, and we were segregated. Delaware erupted into flames when he was assassinated, literally. We're the only city in America where the National Guard patrolled every street corner for 9 full months with drawn bayonets, the longest stretch of any American city since the Civil War. Dr. King's legacy had a profound impact on me and my generation, whether you're black or white. I left the fancy law firm I had just joined, decided to become a public defender, and then a county councilman working to change our state's politics, to embrace the cause of civil rights. The Democratic Party in Delaware was a Southern Democratic Party at the time. We wanted to change it.
Desecrates.
Become a Northeastern Democratic Party. Then we were trying to get someone to run for the United States Senate. The year Nixon ran. I was 29 years of age. I had no notion of running. I love reading about everybody knew I was going to run. I didn't know I was going to run.
My siblings and I are picky. Finding a home.
When a group of senior members of the Democratic Party came to me, they couldn't find anybody to run and said, you should run. Nixon won my state by 60% of the vote. We won by 3,100 votes. We won by the thinnest of margins. But with a broad coalition, including students from the best HBCU in America, Delaware State University. You guys are good. They got me elected. Y'all think I'm kidding. I'm not kidding.
They got him elected, just like these blacks always get these racist Democrats elected and get nothing in return. Joe Biden is insulting to the men of Morehouse. The way he's pandering and the way he's summoning up the memories of Martin Luther King when he know he was friends with Strom Thurmond and other KKK members who were devoutly against integration. They were segregationists. Listen to him, pandering.
But by Christmas, I was a newly elected senator hiring staff in Washington, D.C. when I got a call from the first responders, my fire department in my hometown. The forever altered my life. They put a young woman, first responder, on the line to say, there's an automobile accident. Tractor trailer.
I don't want to hear no more of this. You get the picture. Now, the point that I was making is the fact that he panders and the fact that they are giving him awards and honorarieships tell you that the church, our organizations have been compromised and co-opted by the Democratic Party. The main thing is our community is full of traitors and sellouts. That's what's holding us back. Signing to you out of Detroit. Keep your head on the swivel. Salute to all patriots. Peace. Like, share, and subscribe.